Hi, my name is Mark Howell. I'll be your instructor for this class, NET175. It's kind of an introduction to wireless technologies. Some of you have had me for seated classes, some maybe even for an online class. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do two things. One, just kind of give you a quick summary of what key dates and things, important things in the class, and then go through the syllabus. And then we'll take you into a little bit of week one, so we'll see what happens. So one thing I want you to make sure you begin with how this semester is going to go. So I kind of like begin with the end in mind. Know what your target is. Now, right after this, I'm going to show you the video. In this same video, we're going to talk about the syllabus, but you still need to take the syllabus quiz. You get one attempt at the syllabus quiz. It's 4 questions, multiple choice. Actually, I think they're all true, false. Should make it relatively simple. The textbook you should have, either whether you're going to get a paper copy or through Cengage Unlimited, your call. I'm a paper guy, but I also like the electronic versions of textbooks just so if I'm on the road, I can have access to it. So key dates that you need to worry about. One, classes start, August 15th. Now, assignments, should have changed this. I changed this. Assignments, exams are due Monday nights. So instead of Sunday, I'll change that in PowerPoint. There, I want them to do Monday. That way, if for some reason something happens over the weekend, you couldn't get to it, you got one more day. But I also give you up until Wednesday at midnight to turn in anything. So even though the assignments are due on Monday, you've got a 2-day grace period to turn it in. After Wednesday that week, I don't accept any late assignments. The last date you can drop this class is October 23rd. You can go ahead and check the calendar, the course calendar, as far as any other scheduled dates, the fall break, and things of that nature. I think the fall break's October 10th and 11th. And then the semester ends on 12/13. Now, one thing I'm going to use in this class that I found fairly successful in the last couple of years is being an online class. Sometimes it's difficult to come to my office hours. You're working on the class schedules. I use a tool called Remind, which allows me to text back and forth to the class or to you individually. So there is, and you'll see it when you log into Moodle, one of the things you can do is enroll in Remind. And to entice you to do so, it counts for 2% of your final grade. It may be worth you doing that. So let's take a quick look at the course syllabus and go to the course syllabus here. I'll just go full screen. I don't know if it makes it easier to see. I've got office hours, so my name is, like I said, Mark Howell. Email address mhowell@cccti.edu. My office is in Building E, 3rd floor, 339. You can call my office. See the number there, 828-726-2339. Office hours, I got office hours just about every day. Mondays and Wednesdays are a little bit unique. I've got very early office hours because I'll have to be out of here by 11:30 probably at the latest. So Mondays and Wednesdays really early. If I need to, I can come back after maybe 4 on those days. And then on Tuesday, Thursday, and Fridays, an hour or so before classes start. And then from 11 o'clock to 2:30, I'm free. Now, keep in mind, if these times don't match up to something you can make, send me a text, email, give me a call at the office. We can do this. Now, like I said, this class is wireless technology. So it's going to introduce you to at least at a high level, an introductory level to what wireless technology is. We all use it on your phone, your iPads, your laptops. You use wireless more than you've ever done it. Some of you may never have been in a wired system before, other than sitting in a classroom. So this tells you the theory behind it and how does that all take place. The textbook we're going to be using is Guide to Wireless Communication. I don't know if you can see this, but it should look something like this. It's the 4th edition. So we'll take a look at that. That's what we'll be using. Now, course outcomes. I just want you to make sure you understand some general stuff. But as far as the classes, I want to make sure you understand wireless, at least what wireless network standards are. Understand some basic transmission techniques. Maybe even identify some of the basic network topology and type of hardware that's used. Different operating systems, how they're used. Configure and troubleshoot. Maybe if some of you have been through the NET125, 126 classes, you may understand TCP/IP right now. We'll see if we can bring it up to a level. And then look at how to implement and then how to maybe identify some security risks that wireless has that a wired network doesn't have. Now, as far as attendance is concerned, let me see if I can slide that out of the way a little bit. Being an online class, I expect you to do something every single week. Now, that's why you'll probably see an assignment, a quiz, homework, every single week, except for Thanksgiving week. There'll be nothing that week. So you want to pay attention to Moodle, what's being assigned, and its due dates. And like I said, they're midnight on Monday. You got a couple of day grace period till Wednesday at midnight. But after that, all bets are off. If being an online class, you probably missed 3 weeks of not doing anything. I have the opportunity, if I so choose, to drop you from the class. It's your responsibility, not mine, to drop you. So if you decide this class is too difficult or it's not your cup of tea, you can start, you can submit, you can drop the class on your own. So just keep that in mind. Just keep in mind that if you are on financial aid, dropping a class may cause that some problems. Now, as far as grading of the system for the class, 70% of your grade will be on the chapter test. There are no midterm, no finals. There are 12 chapters in this text. We are going to cover all 12 chapters. So you can guess, I'll have 12 chapter tests. And then 25% of your grade will be based on assignments, projects, exercises that I assigned. Some will be the end of the book. Some will be other things I come up with. So keep up. Now, the last 5% of your grade, and to me they're freebies. One, like I mentioned earlier, register for Remind. You don't even have to text me anything. All you got to do is register. Just register, so if I send out a text to the class, you get it. And then the second one is each week I'm going to give you an opportunity to submit a reflection journal. And a reflection journal is, I'm going to use that as attendance. So if that's what I'm using for attendance, guess what? You better do that by midnight on Monday to be counted as present in the class. Now, this reflection journal is free form. You can write about anything. You can tell me how the class is going, problems you're having with the class material. Some of you have had me before, have submitted various items as this reflection journal, ranging from song lyrics to recipes, for food you like. But it's your opportunity to tell me how this class is going, what you like, what you don't like. Being online this way, at least, other than looking at your test scores, I won't have a good gauge as far as how well, how you're doing in the class. So keep that in mind. So the reflection journal and the register of remind should be a free, easy 5%, which if you want your A, it should make you a little bit easier to get there. Now, just to give you a ballpark of how the weeks are going to break down, this week I'll bring up, once you do the syllabus quiz, the week 1 material will appear. And basically week 1 is just going to be introductions. Give you a chance to do the syllabus quiz and tell me something about yourself. I provided a link in the week 1 material to an application called Invocana. And it just allows you to give me a graphic of something about yourself. I posted one in there of me, but you can use a video, PowerPoint, any way you want to tell me something about yourself. So just a little bit of introductions. And of course, week 1, there will be a reflection journal. But then week 2, we'll start getting into the material in the class. So you've got week 2, we'll cover all of chapter 1. Then you see week 3, we'll jump to chapter 12 because kind of rolls out or just kind of encompasses the whole world of wireless. And then from that on point, from chapter 2 to 11, we start getting into how does wireless work. So you can tell some weeks there'll be a couple of weeks in a chapter because they're a little bit either long chapters or the material itself could be a little confusing. And I found over time that it just makes it a little bit easier. So this gives you a rough idea on how we're going to break down the class. Of course, there are resources available to you, whether it's disability services, some other services, or definitely financial aid things. So if you need such devices, or make yourself available to you. So hopefully it gives you a rough idea about this class. Take a look at the Invocana that I created, but like that, you can do anything you want. So if you have any questions, you know how to get a hold of me. I look forward to having you in the class. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.